Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online classes. Now we are going to start with the topic creating stereotype. Right? Stereotype, to make somebody fit into one all encompassing image, means to think and have an opinion regarding something. When people develop a negative or positive opinion about someone or something, they are creating a stereotype. Right. When people say that those who belong to a certain caste or religion are cunning or lazy, they use stereotype. Okay, we can't say that a particular caste or religion people are cunning or lazy. In every caste, in every religion, there are many people who are lazy and cunning. Okay, the lazy and cunning people are to be found every caste or religion. Stereotype are unfair. They are not going to favor to any particular people or community because they prevent us from treating people as individuals with different qualities, abilities, likes and dislikes. Okay, we are having an opinion regarding that, so we are going to treat people according to that is unfair. One of the most commonly found stereotype is the prejudice relating to gender differences. Right? So in gender differences also, when people are treating the boys and girls differently, right? Mothers often tell their son not to keep long hair. Long hair are meant for girls. Similarly, elders in the family often reprimand girls for dressing up and behaving like a boys. Reprimand means a formal expression of disapproval. Means they, if girls are doing like that, so they are not going to like these all things. So they are asking them to behave, dressing up and behaving like a boys. They are not accepting it. They are showing their disapproval. They are made to feel guilty if they act in a tough manner. So women and girls are being asked to talk so politely, be soft, like that, and not considered appropriate behavior for the girls. If they are tough, they are going to fight, or they are going to express their feelings, so that they are going to think that this is not the appropriate behavior. They only have to listen, and they have to do all the household work and stay in a silent manner. Thus we can see how stereotypes prevent us from respecting diversity and affect each of us. Definitely it is going to affect us in many ways. We are not able to accept things which are different. Instead, we accept and admire someone only when they fit into the image created by a society. Society is going to create a particular image regarding particular caste and religion. They are thinking them low caste, upper caste, and they are behaving them in a bad manner also. If others are also behaving and doing the same thing according to the society, then well and good. Otherwise, they are not being taken it granted. If the people are behaving differently according to the society, then they are going to remove them from that particular consideration. Now we know that Hindu society is divided into many castes. People who belong to the subordinate caste were once considered by some as untouchables and underprivileged. Most of them are poor and lead pathetic life. Okay, very poor and very bad life they are living. They are not having enough food and all. So those who are the belonging to the high caste, they are keep treating the subordinate caste people very badly. They are not treated well, belonging to the dominant class. Now, after the effort made by the social activist and government, the condition of these sections of the society has changed far better. As compared to earlier, now the situations are very much different. All the people, they are getting equal respect and all according to the law. So in this manner, government has also made so many policies to bring them up so that they are also able to live a nice life. The constitution of our country empowers the government to make law. for abolishing untouchability. It grant right to equality to all citizens of the country. Government has made law to abolish untouchability in any form, right? Some of the places people were, if the people were going to touch, move in the temple, so they were treating them very badly. They can't take the water from the same well where the high class people are going to take the water. They are kept in the separate society out of the village, so very badly they were being treated. The government made that one by an act of 1955. Untouchability has been declared a criminal offense, and it is a punishable act. If anyone is treated badly, then they can go to the court regarding that, and 1 year of sentence and a fine of 1000 rupees will be charged on that particular person. Government has appointed a special officer known as Commissioner for the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes to eradicate untouchability, to remove that one, right? Untouchability should be removed in any manner. The underprivileged class can now use public places such as well, ghat, tanks, temple, hotels without any hindrance, okay, without any obstruction or stopping them from entering the places. The government makes special efforts to remove poverty, illiteracy, disparity, okay, among them. Disparity means a great difference between people. Seats are reserved nowadays for people in government services, panchayat, municipal committees, state assemblies, and in parliament also. Seats are reserved for SC, ST, OBC, general category, like that. They are given special concession and facilities for education in school and colleges also, where the normal fees is there. Then these people are being given the some concession for taking admission in the school. They are given stipend also. They are given books free of cost. Even state has established a scheduled caste welfare division to safeguard the interest of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Here, see Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. He was born in 1891 in Maharashtra, and he was born in Mahar caste, that was also belonging to the low caste. When he completed his college, he went to England to become a lawyer. He was an ardent supporter of anti-caste movement, because in his childhood also he had also suffered a lot, as he was also belonging to the lower caste. To root out casteism, he pleaded his case to the national leader and took an active part in the anti-caste movement. So he has also their founder of constitution also. According to that, all people are being treated equal in front of law. B.R. Ambedkar believed that Dalit must fight the caste system and work towards a society based on respect, not just for a few but for all person of the society. And he became Buddhist later, and he died in 1956. The modern way of life has also contributed in eradicating untouchability, right? Destroying that one. The through of modern industry, railways, buses, and other transport, people belonging to different caste came nearer to one another. Okay, we all are sitting together in the school also, bus also, right? Modern industries also staying, sitting nearby also and doing the work. As a result of growth of cities and town, people of all castes live together and develop closer social contact. Development of trade and commerce and large scale industry opened the door of economic progress to people of all classes. In the past, there was a close connection between caste and occupation. Okay, as I already told that the people who is going to belong to particular caste, right? Like they are preparing shoes and or they are cobbler, so their children are also compelled to do the same occupation which his father is going to do. But the situation has changed. In modern industrial age, profit is the main motive without any caste consideration. If you belong to any caste, if you are capable, then definitely you will be getting the job in good companies and all. Nowadays, mass media such as journals, television programs, cinema, theatre, etc., have taken initiative to wipe out this social evil. Striving for equality. Striving means some kind of lacking is there. Parallel movement was started during the freedom movement for both independence from foreign rule and abolition of social ills like casteism, untouchability, discrimination, which was prevalent in our country for so many years back. Right, so they were fighting for that also. Social reformers were there like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar, Dayanand Saraswati, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and others organized movement against all forms of evil and discrimination which were prevalent in our society for so many long time. Women also raised their voice against gender biased, right? And women and men are being treated separately. Now in every field, women are also taking part. In the economic field, peasant movements were organized to free themselves from the grasp of moneylenders. Peasants are also being treated because they are taking the loan for their farm or for their field for cultivation and all. And after that, moneylenders are going to charge interest and interest, and the peasants are becoming poorer and poorer. So to remove that one also, they were being told to take the loan from the bank. Then constitutional provision. There are provision in our constitution against discrimination and inequality. These are facilitated by fundamental rights, directive principles of states policy, and fundamental duties. Rights are very essential for good life and self development. Being a democratic country, the Constitution of India guarantees certain basic rights to all citizens. As I told, all the people are equal in front of law. So, rights are very essential for everyone. The basic rights are called fundamental rights, and our Constitution guarantees this one. First one, right to equality. We all are equal in front of law. Right to freedom of speech and expression. Everyone is free to express himself and to speak in front of anyone for their rights. Right against exploitation. If the people are treated badly, they are not given importance and all, so they can fight for their rights. Right of constitutional remedies. Regarding the Constitution Act also, if you are having any problem, then you can raise your voice against it. And so, right to freedom of religion. Every person in our country is free to choose their own religion. Right? They are able to participate and enjoy in their religion, and they can fight for their religion. Cultural and educational rights also. Every person is free to have education. They can move to the colleges and they can take the education. Right to information. So whatever laws are being made, whatever things are being done, so you should have the information regarding that. Constitution of India has made India a secular and democratic country, right? Secular, it is not connected with any religion. That is secular or a spiritual or religious matter. The government has passed law about the inheritance of property and legitimacy of children born out of intercaste marriages. Intercaste marriages are being prompted, right? Intercaste marriages are being prompted, and the children born by the intercaste marriages, they were also being conformity to the law and rule that they are also going to get the part from the family. The practice of untouchability in any form is a criminal offense. The Constitution has abolished the practice of untouchability. According to the Constitution, untouchability is a criminal offense. So, it can't be done. The founding father of the Constitution were aware of the evil effects of social ills. As I told, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, he was also belonging to lower caste, Mahar caste, and he also had suffered a lot regarding, so he is aware of the things which is happening. a leading figure in the making of India's constitution, pleaded for complete eradication of such social evils. He wants to remove this social evil completely. Thus, Constitution of India declared that the state shall not allow discrimination on the ground of caste or creed, and that there shall be equality of opportunity in matter of education, public employment, etc. Everyone will be having right to get what education in any places. Our constitution also gives citizens the freedom to follow any religion, any language, to celebrate festival and express themselves freely. Right? Everyone is following their own tradition and custom, their own religion they are following. Nobody is compelled to follow the particular religion like that. So we are free to celebrate our festivals and we can speak our own languages. It has made India a secular country where everybody has the freedom to practice and follow their religion without any fear of discrimination. No discrimination is there, but then also in our country, in many places, there are narrow casteism and is still followed at many places. To root out these evils, we need to expand education and make people aware of the social evils existing in our society. So you people as a grown up children, you can also try from your side to remove these all things. Yeah, we are supposed to treat everyone. Now in school also all kind of children are coming and we are all are taking education together. So up to some extent it has been removed, but we'll try our best to remove it completely. Everyone should be treated nicely, equally, and then this can be removed. Okay, thank you children.